everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason.
And I'm Julia, your co-host. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Yes, whether you're walking, cooking, studying, or just relaxing, thanks for spending some time with us. Today's episode is really special. We're going to talk about something that every English learner thinks about, but no one talks about honestly.
Exactly. Today's topic is the truth about fluency no one told you. Now, that sounds interesting, right?
Totally. Because most people think fluency means speaking fast, using big words, or sounding like a native speaker. But is that really true?
Good question. Let's ask our listeners, have you ever studied English for months or even years, but still feel like you're not fluent? Do you sometimes freeze when someone asks you a simple question in English?
If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. So many learners feel that way. And today, we're going to break down the biggest myths about fluency and share the real truth that can help you feel more confident.
We'll also give you some easy tips to build fluency step by step, without stress and without needing to speak perfectly.
So grab your headphones, relax, and let's dive into today's conversation about fluency, the way no one ever told. So Julia, let's start with a big question. What do most people think fluency means?
Ooh, good one. Honestly, I think a lot of people believe fluency means speaking English really fast, with no mistakes at all and using perfect grammar all the time.
Yep. And don't forget, some also think that if you're fluent, you must sound like a native speaker, right?
Exactly, like having the perfect American or British accent. But let me ask you something, Jason. Do you speak perfectly all the time?
Of course not. Even native speakers pause, say, or use simple words. I mean, how often do we say things like, like, or, in real life?
All the time. But when English learners hear native speakers, they think, wow, I'll never be that fluent. They don't realize that native speakers make little mistakes too.
Exactly. And here's the truth. Fluency isn't about speed or being perfect. It's about being able to communicate clearly and confidently, even if you pause, even if your grammar isn't perfect.
Right. I once had a student who spoke very slowly, but her words were clear and her ideas were strong. People understood her easily. That, to me, is fluency.
I love that. And I had a friend from Brazil who used very simple English, like basic vocabulary, but he could hold deep conversations. People always enjoyed talking with him.
So, to our listeners, if you've ever thought, I have to speak fast and never make mistakes to be fluent, that's a myth. Don't let that idea hold you back.
Yes, fluency is not a race. It's not about showing off. It's about connection. Can you express yourself and understand others?
And we'll talk more about what fluency really means in the next part, so stay with us. We're just getting started.
All right. So, we just talked about what most people think fluency means. Fast speaking, no mistakes, perfect grammar.
But now, let's talk about what fluency really means. The truth that no one told you.
Yes, and here it is. Fluency is the ability to speak smoothly and be understood, without needing to be perfect.
That's it. Fluency is about flow, not perfection. It's about being able to communicate your ideas confidently, even if your English is simple.
Let's say you're in a store and you need to ask for help. If you can say something like, "Excuse me, I'm looking for this item. Can you help me?" That's fluency.
Exactly. You didn't use any big or difficult words, but you made a connection. The person understood you. You completed the goal.
Yes, and I think people forget that the goal of language is not to impress, it's to connect. That's real fluency.
Here's something interesting. I had a student once. Her name was Amina. She was from Morocco and very shy. She used basic English, like really simple, but she spoke with confidence and clarity. You could feel her ideas. People always listened to her.
That's such a great example. And on the other hand, I've seen students who know a lot of grammar and vocabulary, but they freeze when it's time to speak. They're scared of making mistakes. So, they stay silent.
And that's the danger of chasing perfect English. You get stuck in your own head. You focus on rules instead of communication.
So to all our listeners, fluency is not about knowing everything. It's about using what you know to share your thoughts.
And here's the good news. You already know more than you think. You just have to start using it.
Yes, even short, simple sentences like, I don't understand. Can you repeat that? What do you mean? These are fluent sentences because they keep the conversation going.
That's such a great point. Real fluency is about keeping the conversation alive, even when you don't know the perfect word.
Exactly. So don't worry about big words or perfect accents. Focus on being understood and on expressing yourself honestly.
And remember, fluency comes in stages. You don't wake up fluent one day. You grow into it by practicing and using English in real situations.
We'll talk about how to do that in the next part, and also some myths that might be holding you back.
Let's keep going.
So now that we know what real fluency actually means, let's talk about something very important: the myths that hold people back from becoming fluent.
Yes, because a lot of English learners have false beliefs, and those beliefs can actually slow down your fluency.
All right, let's break down a few of the biggest fluency myths. Myth number 1, I have to speak like a native speaker to be fluent.
Oh, that's a big one. Many people think they need an American or British accent to be fluent. But guess what? Most fluent English speakers around the world don't sound like native speakers, and that's okay.
Exactly. There are doctors, teachers, and professionals who speak English fluently, with their own accent. What matters is being clear, not sounding like someone else.
Right. Your goal should be clear communication, not copying someone's voice.
Okay, here's myth number 2. I must know advanced grammar and big vocabulary to be fluent.
Nope. You don't need fancy grammar to be fluent. In fact, native speakers use simple grammar every day. What really matters is how well you can use the grammar and words you already know.
Absolutely. You can be fluent using basic English if you use it confidently and naturally. Focus on using what you know, not collecting more and more difficult words.
Here's myth number 3. If I make mistakes, I'm not fluent.
This one stops so many people. They're afraid to speak because they might say something wrong. But guess what? Even fluent speakers, even native speakers, make mistakes.
Yes, fluency is not about perfection. It's about being able to keep going, even if you mess up.
Here's an example. If you say, he go to school yesterday, instead of, he went, but the person still understands you, you communicated successfully.
Exactly. That's fluency. You kept the conversation going. You didn't stop just because of a grammar mistake.
Let's do one more. Myth number 4. I need to study English for years before I can be fluent.
Not true. Time is not the most important factor. Practice is. You can study for years without using English and still not be fluent. Or you can practice speaking every day for a few months and improve fast.
Yes, it's not about how long you've studied, it's about how often you use the language. Fluency comes from daily use, not just classroom learning.
So, listeners, if you believe any of these myths, it's time to let them go. They are not helping you. In fact, they're probably slowing you down.
That's why we're sharing this truth today, to help you feel free and to show you that fluency is possible for you, no matter where you're starting from.
And in the next section, we'll talk about the things that actually help you build real fluency.
Yes, get ready. We're going to share real strategies that work. All right, now that we've cleared up those common fluency myths, let's focus on something exciting. What actually helps you become fluent in English?
Yes, this is what everyone wants to know. What should I really do to improve fluency? And today we're going to give you real, honest answers, not textbook tricks.
Let's jump in. Tip number 1, speak English every day, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes.
Yes, fluency grows when you use the language regularly. You don't need a teacher or a partner all the time. You can talk to yourself, describe your day, or repeat what you hear in English videos.
Absolutely. I often tell learners, your mouth is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. You have to practice speaking out loud, not just reading and listening.
Love that. Okay, tip number 2. Don't wait until you're ready. Just start speaking, even with mistakes.
Exactly. If you wait for perfect grammar or a big vocabulary, you'll wait forever. The truth is, you become fluent by making mistakes and learning from them.
Yes, mistakes are not the enemy. They're part of the journey. The more you speak, the more you grow.
Tip number 3. Listen and repeat. This is so powerful. When you hear native speakers in podcasts, movies, or YouTube videos, pause and repeat what they say. Try to copy their rhythm and tone.
Yes, this helps your brain and mouth work together. It also improves your pronunciation, confidence, and natural flow.
Okay, here's tip number 4. Think in English. Don't translate in your head all the time. Start training your brain to form thoughts directly in English.
Right. For example, when you wake up, say in your mind, I'm going to brush my teeth now, or it's a sunny day today. These small habits build real fluency.
Here's one of my favorites. Tip number 5. Use what you learn immediately. Don't just study new words or grammar. Use them in your own sentence, in your journal, or in a conversation.
Yes, if you learn the word recommend, try to use it today. Maybe say, can you recommend a good movie? Or I recommend this book. When you use it, it becomes yours.
Exactly. Don't just collect words, practice using them. That's how fluency grows.
And finally, tip number 6, make English part of your daily life. Watch English videos, read short articles, follow English pages on social media, or set your phone to English.
Yes? The more you surround yourself with English, the more natural it feels. Fluency becomes a part of your routine.
So remember, friends, fluency doesn't come from fear or pressure. It comes from daily, joyful practice. Small steps done often lead to big changes.
That's right. You don't need perfect grammar or a native accent. You just need to use your English, enjoy the process, and keep going.
In the next part, we're going to talk about something really important, the emotional side of fluency, why confidence, mindset, and motivation matter more than you think.
You won't want to miss that. Let's keep going. All right, let's talk about something that many learners forget. Fluency is a journey, not a destination.
That's such a powerful idea, Jason. So many people think fluency is a finish line. Like one day you'll suddenly say, yes, I'm fluent, and everything will be perfect.
But in reality, it doesn't work that way. Fluency is something you build step by step. It's a journey that never really ends because you can always keep learning and improving.
Exactly. Even native speakers are still learning new words, expressions, and ways to communicate. You don't just arrive and stop growing.
That's why it's so important to enjoy the process. Celebrate your small wins. Maybe today you learned 5 new words. Or maybe you had your first full conversation in English. That's amazing progress.
Yes, you're not racing anyone. Your journey is your own. Everyone learns at a different speed, and that's okay.
Sometimes learners get frustrated and say, "Why am I not fluent yet?" But the truth is, you're already on the path. If you're learning, practicing, and showing up every day, you're doing it.
Exactly. It's not about being perfect. It's about moving forward, one step at a time. Even 10 minutes a day can lead to big changes over time.
So listeners, remind yourself, I am growing. I am learning. Fluency is not a place. It's a journey I'm already on.
Keep going, keep speaking, and most of all, be kind to yourself as you learn. You're doing better than you think.
Up next, we'll talk about something really important. How to build confidence when speaking English.
Yes, because confidence is one of the biggest keys to fluency. Let's dive in.
All right, welcome back. Now it's time to get really practical. Let's share some simple and powerful tips you can use every single day to build your fluency.
Yes, these are daily habits that don't take a lot of time, but if you stay consistent, they can make a huge difference.
Tip number 1. Talk to yourself in English. When you're alone, at home, in the shower, or walking, try to describe what you're doing in English. For example, I'm brushing my teeth, or I'm going to cook lunch.
It might feel silly at first, but it really works. You're training your brain to think in English naturally.
Tip number 2. Use voice messages. Send voice messages in English to friends or even to yourself. Many learners use WhatsApp or Telegram for this. Record, listen, and try again. It's great speaking practice.
Tip number 3, shadow native speakers. Listen to a short video or podcast in English. Pause after each sentence and repeat exactly what they say. Match their rhythm, tone, and pronunciation.
It's like practicing with a coach. Shadowing helps you sound more natural and confident.
Tip number 4, choose one small goal per day. Maybe today your goal is to learn and use one new word. Tomorrow your goal could be to watch a 5-minute video and repeat key phrases.
Exactly. Keep it small, keep it fun, and stay consistent. Fluency grows bit by bit every day.
Tip number 5, keep a speaking journal. Record yourself for 1 minute every day, talking about any topic. Your day, your dreams, your opinion on something. You'll be surprised how much progress you notice over time.
That's one of my favorite tips. It's also a great way to build your confidence and track your improvement.
Remember, listeners, it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about taking action every day, even if it's just a little.
Exactly. Make English part of your life, and fluency will follow.
Coming up next, we'll be sharing some encouraging closing thoughts to keep you inspired and motivated on your fluency journey.
Let's wrap it up strong. Don't go anywhere. Hey friends, before we end today's episode, we want to have a little real talk with you.
Yes, we know that learning English and becoming fluent can feel hard sometimes. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you're wondering, will I ever get there?
Let us tell you, you're not alone. Every learner, even the most confident ones, has had those doubts.
The truth is, fluency isn't about being perfect. It's about being brave. It's about showing up even when you feel nervous. It's about saying, I will try, even when you make mistakes.
We've seen learners who didn't have fancy schools or native-speaking friends, but they became fluent because they didn't give up. They practiced, they believed in themselves, and they kept going.
So wherever you are in your journey, we want you to know this: you're doing better than you think. You are growing, even on the hard days, and your effort matters.
You don't need to wait for permission. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving forward.
Yes, Be patient. Be proud of how far you've come. And remember, fluency is not a test. It's a tool to help you connect, express, and live fully.
So, keep going. We believe in you. And we'll be right here, cheering you on. All right, to quickly recap, fluency isn't about perfection or speed. It's about consistent practice, patience, and enjoying the journey.
Exactly. Keep speaking, keep learning, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself.
Thanks for listening to this episode of English Learning Podcast. We hope it helped you understand the real truth about fluency.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this episode with friends who want to improve their English.
See you next time. Keep practicing and stay confident.
Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. That way, you won't miss any of our helpful English learning tips.
And please give this episode a thumbs up if you found it useful. It really helps us reach more learners like you.
Also, leave a comment below and tell us, what's one thing you're going to try this week to improve your fluency?
We love hearing from you, and your feedback helps us create better content just for you.
Thanks for being part of the English Learning Podcast family. See you in the next episode.
Keep practicing and keep growing. Bye for now.